Hello everyone, my name is David Gribble. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Constable Care Foundation in Perth, Western Australia, and it's my real pleasure to be able to present to you this afternoon a short talk around Arility, the augmented reality safety learning app that we have developed here in Australia. So this should take about 20 minutes. I've only got a few slides and then there's a couple of videos that I'd like to show you or at the end, or technology permitting, that will give you a better concept of what we've actually developed and how it can be used. So firstly, Arility. Arility is an app designed to solve a problem. So the problem is twofold. The first part of the problem was that we talk to government all the time and they experience, as we all do, issues around reaching a vast schools-based audience with a safety message. So they have a safety educator as part of their setup or team, and they're meant to distribute a safety message to that group, whether it's road safety, electrical safety, or some other form of safety. And they struggle with how to do that cost effectively and also to get a wide reach, because the school audience is vast and you can spend a lot of money trying to reach out to them. At the same time, there's a second problem. Teachers have a real lack of understanding about what's out there in the way of useful technology-enabled learning resources that can help them in this space around safety, which is where we work, and working their way through what might be available. Some apps are all one-offs, and whether they cost money, those sorts of issues are a constant battle for teachers. So we decided to develop a solution that addressed both of those problems. The third problem that both the educator and the teacher have is that they need data to show that what they're using in the way of education methodology or resources have an impact and an outcome for the students' learning. So again, the solution we developed addressed that issue as well. The solution we felt was to develop an augmented reality safety learning platform, and it's called Arility, and it initially started with a grant from the WA Road Safety Commission to develop a pack of learning materials around road safety. And we went ahead and did that, and as a result we launched on the Apple Store and on the Google Play Store a full pack of a whole number of road safety learning experiences that use augmented reality to teach particular scenarios for vulnerable road users, pedestrians, cyclists and children in particular. The app is free. It's available for download off the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. It runs on tablets, iPads or Android-based tablets, even older ones. And it was designed really to work on the equipment that schools already had in the classroom here in Western Australia, so that they didn't have to buy any new equipment to use it, and that they could download it and distribute it to all of their classroom tablets. It is highly engaging as a product, so the ability to see with the iPad as a lens, a whole virtual world on the students' tabletop that they can interact with, and where they can make decisions and see how they play out as risky travel behaviours or other risk-related scenarios is very engaging. It's a lot of fun for kids. But around that, we also built a framework for evaluating what they did in that environment and capturing that data and passing it on to the stakeholders, in this case, the community educators and the teachers. So the app itself uses augmented reality to create an immersive learning environment. It's a 360-degree learning environment. The teacher puts a printed marker onto the table, and then students using iPads can see those environments and hear those environments over the top of that marker. You can walk right around it. It's 360-degree virtual realised and highly engaging in terms of its oral and visual effects. As I said before, it works on all tablets. It has inbuilt learning measurement tools, and it's a free download from the UK Apple Store and Play Store. Currently, we've got about 25,000 plus users, and we struggle to get accurate user numbers because when schools download it, that counts as one download, but then they use an internal distribution education system to then push it out to all of their school iPads. So a single download for a teacher could actually be 30 or 50 or 100 downloads to student devices, and we have no way of knowing that. So we think that number is a low estimate of our users. And as I said before, it's a safety learning platform. We designed it initially as a road safety experience, but the intention was always to provide teachers with a platform for children's safety learning where we could add new content that might not be about road safety. And we've gone on and done that with health-related content, with driver-related content, and other material as well. It's highly engaging, as I said. It involves all 7 learning styles. There's a tactile touchscreen element to it, auditory, visual, interactive, etc. So students find it really has a wow factor for them, and teachers report that they're quite engaged with the process. It's also flexible for how the teacher wants to use it. There's a solo mode. There's also a teacher-student learning mode where the teacher can actually control the whole experiences for the class, start them and stop them, have them work in pairs or in larger groups, and get a dashboard view of how they're going with all of the scenarios, getting right, wrong, etc. So it's quite reactive to how the teacher wants to run the class. Now, as I said, it's a platform, so we've developed now packs across a number of different areas, including pedestrian cycling and road safety, community health, including discarded needles, germ and viral transmission, as well as a pack for older youth who are in the process of learning to drive or who are new drivers, and that's around floodwater driving and crossing through water over the road. So there's a range of content already there that can be downloaded and used. In addition, we've developed 2 packs for experiential centres. We run a safety learning centre here in Perth that is 5,500 square metres of road layout with built infrastructure and traffic lights and rail crossings, etc. That operates as a bicycle safety and pedestrian safety learning centre for schools, but it also has an augmented reality overlay over the top that allows, again, students in the environment with iPads that we supply to experience life-size augmented reality characters in risky travel situations. They can interact with them and they can decide the safest course of outcome for that. Likewise, the Department of Fire Emergency Services here in Western Australia has an Education and Heritage Centre and has developed a augmented reality flood safety, driving safety experience that is life-size and takes up a wall and a floor space within that centre. And both of those are just packs within the Arility augmented reality app. However, they only work when you're actually in those particular environments. They're location specific in that sense. I mentioned that we have outcome measures built in. So we include a pre-question, a baseline question before every scenario, and then the same question at the end, but paraphrased, plus some additional extension questions. And all the students answer those before and after they do the augmented reality experiences. That data is all captured in the cloud and passed back to the stakeholders. So firstly, the community educators get a dashboard view of that, completely de-identified, so they can see over the whole demographic where students are going, how their knowledge has changed based on each experience, and they can slice and dice that information based on region and other demographic factors. Teachers, on the other hand, get an emailed automatic report on their class, identifying the students and the learning that they had for each scenario, showing where they got things right and wrong, with links to the Australian curriculum so that they can get the teaching and learning outcomes they need to justify the experience for them. So it gives good data and it gives it at the right level and in the right way to the appropriate audience. Our partners in the development, we are the main driver in this, the Constable Care Foundation, but we couldn't have built it without our ongoing partnership with DSBS, who are the augmented reality developing team and have a long history in the IT sector here. Road Safety Great Britain became a partner a couple of years ago and licensed it for use in the UK, and as I said, it's free as a download there, and they are rolling it out through a program in primary schools. And here in Western Australia, we have 3 government departments as partners as well. The Road Safety Commission, the Department of Health and the Department of Fire and Emergency Services, as well as some other major corporate partners as well. It's won or been finalisted for a number of awards, both in the road safety space and in the AR, VR and media space. And it has a 5-star review on the Education App Store in the UK. So the address, if you want to find out more about it, is www.arility.com. It's a free download on the App Store or the Play Store. If you'd like to find out more about it, please do contact us. There's a contact form on the website. You can find out all about how it works in the app and download the markers, whatever you need to do from that website. We are always looking for new partnerships. So if you're interested in developing another area of children's safety or youth safety that hasn't been included already, things like water safety, home safety around the home, poisons, drownings, electrical safety, farm safety, none of those things have been developed. So if you are interested in developing that for your particular educational purposes, please let us know. We have the capacity to work across borders, so we'd be more than happy to do that for you, as we have done for road safety Great Britain. Likewise, if you have an experiential centre and you're interested in how you might put an AR overlay into that environment, and I know there's a number of experiential safety centres in the UK, please do contact us and we'd be happy to have a conversation around that. So that's the end of my presentation. However, I have a couple of videos to show. Now, I'm very hopeful that these will play and that you will get the audio for them. It works in testing, so it should work live. So the first one is just a run through of the AR app Arility and how it works with a health department pack that we just developed. So I'll play that for you now. So that's the first video I wanted to show you. There's two more, and hopefully you've still got time to have a watch of these. So I'll swap over to show you the second one. This is a video that shows how the app works from a road safety perspective in the classroom in particular. So.
Favourite apps I've played before. It was pretty easy to use and I liked scanning it and doing the questions and stuff.
I think it's important that teachers keep up with the technology that's out there. The kids definitely do, so it's important that we do as well.
First things first, I had to write down my name. I liked it how you got to choose your own character.
It asked you some questions, and so you had to answer them, and it would say if you got it right or wrong.
The fact that kids can investigate and then explore objects that appear to be more real is much more entertaining and engaging for them.
Pretty much straight away the kids were learning and were engaged in what they were doing. They wanted to skip ahead really quickly and jump into all different activities.
Any learning area nowadays involves some form of investigation. Having AR will just make all learning areas much more enjoyable for students. With its ease of use, such an automatic tool that can get kids engaged, inspired, and make a teacher's job a whole lot easier.
And then finally, the third video I wanted to show you is really just looking, it's our augmented reality learning environment, the Experiential Centre, the safety school here in Perth. And it's a bit of an overview of how we use AR outdoors and in a life-size environment. So I'll just play that one for you.
Welcome to the future of road safety education. Introducing the Constable Care Safety School. Taking road safety lessons out of the classroom and onto the streets, this first of its kind facility teaches children how to use our roads safely, allowing them to learn valuable skills in a risk-free setting. Students will get to use cutting-edge, augmented reality software to engage with potential road hazards in a realistic urban environment, complete with working traffic lights, public transport stations, even a train and rail crossing. The most important piece of safety equipment you can give a child isn't a helmet or knee pads, it's knowledge. With road trauma still the leading cause of death for children in WA, we aim to equip young people with knowledge and skills that could save their lives. To book a session for your class, head to ccsafetyschool.org.au and let's work together to keep our streets safe.
So that brings us to the end of my presentation. Hopefully you found that informative and useful. And as I said before, if you have any questions or you'd like to talk to us about any aspect of the software or its development, please don't hesitate to contact me. So thank you for your time and your attention, and good afternoon.